Thanking Bluff again for being her client, then seeing the old woman off and giving her 2 full-colour plastic business cards, Selina went back to her workspace. Setting up some music she already had stored on her computer to play on shuffle, she brought up the profile data she had for Bluff. Opening an automated computer-aided design program, she began to redesign the outdated prosthetic, using sturdier materials and more efficient electronics. The analyzer program had built a digital mock-up of the prosthetic that Bluff used and its specifications. One of the benefits of her profession, she could see past all but military or illegal spoofing lockout systems to actually begin a repair. The average person did not have such things. Of course, there were always people trying to break such restrictions, some more successful than others. At the worst end, the entire prosthetic would lock itself and shut down, requiring a specialist like herself to repair and fix. Humming along to the music for a moment, she adjusted the settings on her media player to let the current album, Out of Love, play out from the beginning, as it was one of her favourite artists. Before she left Earth, she'd been hoping to go to a concert to see Wes live, and bought tickets for it too. Wes, a stage name, had taken the whole Pacific region by storm, a true rags to riches story, having grown up in a low-income sky-rise tenement of the mega-city known as Los Angeles. However, it was not to be. Wes had been murdered 3 days before the concert was scheduled. His girlfriend had hidden or destroyed his medicine, a crime she pleaded guilty to, and used a fatal food allergy to try and get him to confess to her accusations of infidelity. His mother, after a violent physical altercation, resulted in her receiving 80 stitches from various knife wounds, and managed to take her son to the hospital. It was too late. Wes's brain had been without oxygen for far too long, and he had been declared brain dead, and not even extensive webware computer replacements could save him. After an extensive investigation, the accusations turned out to be unfounded, and the girlfriend was currently serving out a life sentence. What made matters worse was that Wes had been using his newly found fame and money to help families like his own. Listening to the full album once more and singing along to each song, the lyrics already committed to memory, Selina let the feelings wash over her. The album was a mixture of love, lust, loss, drugs, youth, and the challenges thereof, all while living in limited space. With a foundation to base the new prosthetic on, and mostly just swapping materials for construction, rather than a full build from scratch from the ground up, the whole thing could be built in a few days at most. The real time-consuming process was testing to make sure there were no printing flaws, and that it behaved like a proper limb should. Turning on her 3D nanoprinter, she made it run through a testing and calibration routine. In a flash, she deleted all of her progress and set the album on infinite repeat. Selina was absolutely inspired and designed a fully custom prosthetic, loosely based on a combination of true medical scans of Nimian people and Blast's prosthetic analysis. While Blast's interface was limited, she tweaked the data transmission settings to allow superior pressure sensation. It would be quite some time before Selina was truly inspired again. With the buzz of her printer going, she ordered a compatible chrome alloy material, as it was something she did not have on hand. It was more expensive than when she had originally checked, but the bill had already been finalised, so she had to eat the loss. Such things occasionally happened, and she regretted not checking on the material cost twice a bit before having Blast sign everything. She was certain the company that supplied it had an automated price adjustment system in place to inflate their profits, as it was the only company in the area that would deliver it in a timely manner. As she waited for the test/calibration phase to end, Selina was looking at full-sized auto cleaners and an auto chair. While she had enough credits to buy one or the other, doing so would only leave her effectively at zero again. Sighing and yawning, she checked the time and realised that she should be asleep as it was her midnight. The days here were going to really suck. It was another 15 minutes before the calibration routine ended, and the digital chime interrupted her small doze. Checking out the results and deeming it properly calibrated, she set up the design she had made to print as well, then hauled herself upstairs to sleep, too tired to take a shower.